Hey guys, so for today's video, I am testing out a bunch of new products at the drugstore and doing a full face first impressions. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this video. I've been waiting for so long. I went ahead and placed an order on wetandwildbeauty.com and bought a bunch of their new products, the new foundation, the new concealer, and so I'm testing them all out in today's video. There's also a bunch of really cool new products that e.l.f. has come out with. So in this video, you guys are gonna see me test mainly the new Wet n Wild and e.l.f. products. So I know I've been doing a ton of full face first impressions lately, but you guys have been loving them and I've been loving doing them. And there's just so many new makeup releases that I cannot wait to get my hands on and try for you guys. This is definitely the time of year that makeup brands just bam, bring out a ton of new products. So I'm really excited to kind of do more of these because you guys said don't stop. I asked you guys in my last full face first impressions if you wanted me to do more and you said yes, do not stop. So here it is. Also, I quickly want to mention whenever I do these full face first impressions, I don't plan out a look. I just try out the products and then whatever happens kind of happens with the look. And this look ended up being like so similar to my last full face first impressions where I used the Too Faced Peach palette. So this is kind of a recreation of that makeup all drugstore, which I think is really cool. The palette that I used reminds me a lot of the Too Faced Peach palette, so I'm so excited for you guys to see it. Peach makeup has definitely been super trendy and really in, and I've been obsessed with it. So in a way, I'm kind of happy that this is how the look turned out because I kind of show you guys how to get the super trendy peach makeup, but in a affordable way using super affordable budget-friendly products. So if you guys are interested in checking out this makeup look and seeing what's new at the drugstore and seeing what my first impression is on them, then definitely keep on watching. Okay, so my skin is already prepped and primed because I don't have a new primer to test out, but I do have a new foundation to test out. I've been so anxious to try this because so many people have loved it. I picked up the shade Cream Beige and this falls into their medium neutral category, it says. I did want to pick up the shade Golden Beige. I think that would have matched me perfectly, but it was sold out, so I just kind of had to settle for this shade. This might not match me, but let's just go ahead and test this out. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. So this is goodbye to photo flashback. Yes, thank God. Because now I take photos with flash, so I've kind of been really noticing that lately when it comes to foundations and powders. It doesn't really say anything else. I guess this is made just to look really good in photos. You guys, it smells exactly like paint. Like exact. The only thing I would say is it's not as strong. I kind of like the spatula because it's like, you just paint it on. You know, I kind of like it. So the texture feels like a nice liquidy, just like your basic liquid foundation. It's not too thick, not too moussey, and not too serumy. So I kind of like that about it. I like a good straight up liquid. Blends out super easy. I don't know if you guys could just see how quick that is. Yeah, look, super quick and easy to blend out. Pretty nice. You know what I really like about this? You guys know I love my full coverage, so I am gonna put a bit more, but I don't know if you can see, the coverage of that is nice. It's this medium to full, so it's not quite medium because I can only see a little bit of skin underneath. But as I've just built it up, it's pretty much full. And the color is not a bad match. Ideally, I would prefer something a bit warmer. By the way, I have a little bit of dry skin right here and here and here. So my tan kind of clung to it, even though I put oil and even though I put lotion. So just ignore that, but. It is a gorgeous, soft matte with a little bit of dew, a 15% dew. Soft natural matte finish. Oh my God, this might be the perfect foundation. Wow, this might have to be my new favorite drugstore foundation. Okay, so I definitely love, I didn't even have to put extra on this side because I put a good amount initially. And bam, that good full coverage. So you can kind of make it full coverage if you just put a little bit extra. I literally am over the moon right now. This looks flawless. I feel I should just really show you guys how flawless this looks. I have no pores. Zero pores. If you want to look like you've been photoshopped, here it is right now. And you know what I like about it? It doesn't dry quick because I'm kind of I take so long to blend out foundation. So sometimes when a foundation dries too quickly and then I go to blend out the other side, it's it's clung already. It doesn't do that. I took so long to blend that part out and it's just still blended out super easy. This looks like a little mini version of the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. The packaging is so similar. So I picked up the shade Light Ivory, which I'm a little bit disappointed in because it has a pink undertone. You guys know I like my yellow, but it's all good. And then I also picked up the shade Light/Medium Beige, which has a nice yellow undertone, but I feel it's too dark for me. You guys know I like a pale under eye. So it seems like not too much comes out of the applicator, which I hate. Like, I hate that in a concealer because it's like, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm so used to using concealer and just like dipping it and like applying it. You know what I'm saying? This just takes longer, but I will say this texture reminds me a lot of like Tarte Shape Tape mixed with Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Cream. So like mixing those two together, just like thick and creamy. It's a little bit closer to the Lock-It Concealer Cream. This actually might be a dupe for that. Who knows? I might have to like test that side by side. Actually, this shade is not that bad. Like I thought it was. It definitely is pink tone, like I will show you guys here. So you see how it has like this pink undertone, but I guess like next to the foundation, it doesn't look that bad. So I'm just going to pop this on the center of the face as well, because you guys know I like to highlight. So far it's blending super easy, but it definitely is a thicker consistency. So if you like, you know, those lightweight liquidy concealers, this definitely won't be for you. Like I can just say that right off the bat. So here's the true test, is the under eye. So because it is thick, of course it's just, you know, it takes a little bit of work to blend, but for a thick concealer, it blends pretty quickly and easily. So I feel like that's the same review that I give the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Cream. Like that's the same. If you guys watch my first impression when I tried the Kat Von D Lock-It, that's like the same thing I pretty much said about it. So I feel like those two are very similar. It definitely seems like a dupe for the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Cream, but I will say it's not quite as full coverage as that. I mean, that's like really full coverage. Once this is blended out, this is like a medium coverage, so that's the only difference. So if you like the Kat Von D but don't like how full coverage it is, you might love this. And I actually really like this for like an everyday look. So I did pick up the Wet n Wild pressed powder, which I am so sad. I picked up a total bad shade. Like this shade will not match me at all, so I don't think I can really, I can't even get it open. I don't think I'm gonna be able to test this out on the face, you guys, because look, like that's such a bad color match. What was I thinking? Well, it was called Tan Beige, and it was like in the middle. So I was like, okay, you know, it's a nice medium shade. So I'm definitely gonna have to pick up other shades, but I will say this morning when I didn't have makeup on, I kind of like swatched it and I just put it on my bare skin. So smooth, can I just say? And even just like, oh my God, so smooth. You know what I might do? I might just like test it out a little bit on the cheek at the bottom of my concealer just to try it out for you guys a little bit. So I am just gonna try it a little bit on the forehead. It's so smooth, and you know what I can say? You know when sometimes you put powder on and it like kind of can cling to some dry areas? Like I've been feeling that this winter. Sometimes when I put powder, like that's why I've been avoiding powder, to be honest, because like I feel like it's been clinging to my drier skin in the winter times, and hello, this is like not even doing that. This is just like, again, like a photo focus is what it's called. It's like Photoshop, like literally. So I'm gonna try it a bit on the cheek because this is where I have a lot of pores. Oh my God. Do you guys see that? There's like no pores. Like I'm poreless. Oh my God. Okay, this might be like my new favorite drugstore combo. All three of these products I'm like obsessed with. So I'm just taking my favorite contouring palettes ever, the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette, and I'm just going to kind of set and brighten the under eye because you guys know I like a bright under eye, and that powder just didn't do it. But what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna pick up that powder in a bronzer shade, all over face shade, and an under eye shade because I really like it. Like that's like a perfect powder right there. This is the Wet n Wild Makeup Stick Highlight. I think this is gonna be really nice because I swatched it on my hand and it was like so glossy. It was so pretty. This is in the shade When the Nude Strikes. So I'm gonna show you guys a little swatch there. Look how beautiful that is. So what I'm gonna do is take it on my brush. I've just been liking applying product to brushes and then the face lately, like when it comes to creams. So we're gonna try this and we're just gonna pop it on that. Ooh, yes. So keep in mind, I think you might want to do this before you put any powder because it is a little bit, it's actually not bad considering, you know, I'm putting it on powder, on top of powder, but I would, you know, suggest doing it first. So it's giving me like this, ooh, wow, really intense and pretty. So they came out with these new Mega Glow Makeup Stick Contours. How cute are these? And I've been loving cream bronzing lately, you guys know. So I picked up 2 shades because I didn't know what to get. I picked up the shade Oaks on You, and here's how it looks, which I think I'm gonna love this one, so I'm probably gonna use this one. These are both like warmer shades, which you know I like. This one is in the shade Call Me Maple, which looks so pretty too. It's just a little bit deeper. I might end up actually mixing the two because I really love both of these shades. So I'm gonna use my trusty e.l.f. cream bronzer brush that I love. So I'm gonna start off with the shade Oaks for You because I feel like it might just be perfect on its own. But if I feel like adding the maple one, I will. Oh, it's so pretty. Wow, that just like applied so beautifully. And it looks so natural. I'm gonna bring it up the temple as well. You guys know I love doing this and just stipple it on. I really like this formula. It blends beautifully. Like, I don't know if you guys just saw, like, that took like a couple seconds to apply and blend out at the same time. So I've been loving this brush for nose contouring. This is the Duo Fiber Blend E41. I'm gonna take a little bit of this. And contour my nose. Wow, I'm really loving this cream bronzer. Like, it's flawless. And it's not too full coverage. Like, it's like a nice medium natural full coverage. Of course you can build it up, which I like. I've talked about it before, how I like to gradually build product. Just applies more naturally and it's easier to blend, easier to work with. So I just went ahead and set my bronzer, and now we're gonna move on to this really cool palette that e.l.f. came out with. This is the Smoky Matte Palette. I don't know the exact like name of it, but this is like a face, eyes, and lips palette, which I think is super cute. So I could have tested out this bronzer today, but it's super cool tone, and I knew it just wouldn't work on my skin tone, so there's no point. But I do really want to try out this blush. Look how pretty that is. Oh my god, it's like this beautiful apricot. You guys know I've been dying for peach blushes. I'm just going to dabble into it. Ooh, super pigmented. I'm just gonna dust some off and just apply a little bit. Oh my god, look how pretty is that? Like the prettiest apricot and super pigmented. Like, I barely dipped into that. So I have been dying to test out these highlights forever now. These are the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. Oh my god, I've been dying to get my hands on these. They were sold out everywhere, so I finally got to pick them up online. This is the shade Precious Petals. It's so beautiful. So I'm just going to pop that on a highlighting brush and we'll see how I like it. Oh my god, so nice. How beautiful is that? Above the brow. So pretty. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the brows, but I don't have a new brow pencil or pomade to try, but e.l.f. actually sent me some of their new products, and it came with this palette. This is the Shadow Brow Liner Palette. So I thought that was interesting that it's not marketed as an eyeshadow palette. It's marketed as a eyeshadow, liner, and brow. Wait until you guys see this palette. Like, just wait. How beautiful is that? Your go-to drugstore palette with a bunch of beautiful browns and neutrals. So beautiful. It actually came with this amazing little brush too. Normally these drugstore palettes come with like the little spongy brushes that nobody really uses and nobody ever really likes, but this is nice. Like a good little fluffy blender and a little brow liner brush. Like, I'm digging it. So I think I might use this shade to fill in my brows, and let's just use the brush and see how it goes. Wow, very pigmented. Blends really nicely. So I'm also going to test out a new brow mascara. I don't know what it is. I love trying new brow mascara. So every time I see a brand come out with a new one, I'm like, I need that. So this is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow. So I'm just gonna use a feather light pressure. Wow, really nice. Gave good coverage, applied easily. I love the applicator. Nice. So you guys know I am obsessed with the e.l.f. eyeshadow palette, the Mad for Matte one. It's an all matte eyeshadow palette, creamy, 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 pigmented formula, and so many great neutrals in that palette. You guys already know, like I talk about it all the time. I love that palette. e.l.f. came out with a Mad for Matte 2. So here is what Mad for Matte 2 looks like. I think this is so amazing. I love this because it's reminding me of the new eyeshadow palettes that Too Faced and like Kylie is coming out with. Kind of has these like peachy, pinky tones, throw in some neutrals, and then a random bright color. Like that reminds me a lot of the Too Faced peach palette or like the Kylie Royal Peach. Like, you know what do you guys get what I'm kind of saying? Because it's like you got these great neutral peachy tones and then you have like this random purple and random gray. So I feel like it's reminding me a lot of those types of palettes that the brands are coming out with lately. So I think the first shadow I'm going to dabble into is this beautiful peach tone. Peaches are really in lately, so I feel like out of all the shades in this palette, I know you guys want me to, you know, play with this one. So I'm gonna dabble into that shade and I'm gonna take it on this, woo, so pigmented. Do you guys see that? Like, I love e.l.f. Shadow formulation. So beautiful. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's a little bit patchy right here, but I'm just gonna let you guys know I don't think it's these shadows. I think it's just my eyelids. A lot of you guys know because I've talked about it, my eyelids have been very dry this winter. It's actually a lot better, but I still have like a little bit left. So when I've been doing my eyeshadow, sometimes it's been like, you know, kind of a little bit patchy. It's definitely not the shadow. I think it's just my dry eyelids. But look how beautiful this shade is. Oh my god, I love that e.l.f. did this because there's so many brands that are expensive that are coming out with peach palettes because it's just really trendy right now, especially for spring coming up. So I love that e.l.f. is giving an affordable, budget-friendly kind of option. Oh my god, so pretty. Oh, I'm like, can you guys tell like how excited I am right now? So next I'm going to take this beautiful brown shade, but this is definitely a peachy brown. Like it has that warm peachy aspect to it, but it is for sure more of just of a brown. Wow. So I'm just going to take this beautiful like transition shade. I love that they included a nice transition shade. And I'm just going to kind of adjust that quickly in the crease. So I think I'm going to take more of this shade and really build it up towards the outer corner here. Even though it's more of like a lighter color, I'm just gonna like build it up. And I might mix it a little bit with this darker brown. I will say these do have quite a bit of kickback, as you can see, this shade in particular. But to be honest, that never really bothers me that much. But if it bothers you, then just keep that in mind. So I think for all over the lid, I want like a nice sheen, maybe like a golden, a little bit soft, like bronzy golden sheen. So it looks like I might just dabble into these new highlighters from e.l.f. So these are the HD highlighting powders. This is in the shade Bronzed Gold, and then this is the shade Sunset Glow. So I think I'm gonna mix these two and kind of just pop that on all over the lid. I don't want this to be like super glossy or highlighted or pigmented. I kind of just want like a nice light sheen. So I'm gonna just take that and kind of dust it all over the lid. No wetting the brush or anything like that. So at this point I'm only taking Bronzed Glow and it's working out nicely. The texture of it is a little bit dry, like it's a nice eyeshadow, but I'm wondering, I don't know if I'm gonna like these on the cheek. I'm definitely gonna have to try that out for you guys in a video. So I am gonna take that same brush and use the other end that I did my brows with, and I'm gonna take this really nice deep dark brown, and I'm also going to mix it with this brown. And I'm just going to smudge it right against my lash line. This is like one of my favorite things to do because it just looks so soft and sultry and smoky, and it's just not quite as harsh as applying a black liner, so it's really good. So I'm gonna really quickly just do the lower lash line. I'm just gonna smudge that beautiful peach, take that beautiful kind of tan transition shade, smudge it out there as well. I can't get over how much that peach shade reminds me a lot of the one from the Too Faced palette, except this is matte. So now I'm going to take that same liner brush, use the same two browns, and smudge it really close to the lash line down here. But I'm going to kind of focus it on the outer corner here. So I think I might just take that Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Crown of My Canopy. And I don't want this eye look to be too shimmery, so I'm just gonna take a little bit and just pop it on. Like literally the slightest bit. This is the new CoverGirl So Lashy Blast Pro Mascara, which I'm super excited to try because as soon as this came in the mail for me and I saw the wand, I was like, oh yes. It reminded me so much of the Benefit God, I forgot what it's called now, but the Benefit mascara, they're real mascara. So I'm gonna just apply it like that, and then I'm gonna use just the ball separately and see how I like it. The ball is really nice because it just kind of lifts the lashes so well. So you guys will never guess what drugstore brand came out with lashes. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited for this. As soon as I got this in the mail and I saw a bunch of e.l.f. lashes, I was like, take me now. I'm dead. Just take me now. Like, I'm so excited. All of these look so beautiful. I don't even know which one I'm gonna try, which one I'm gonna use, but we're gonna try one of these today. So these are kind of how they come. You just open it up through the bottom and then you get them in this, oh, that is so cute, Luxe Lash Kit. So these are called the Luxe Lash Kits, by the way. They're not just falsies. They come with a little lash glue. So cute. So the lash glue was so easy to apply. I'm not even kidding you. It literally took me 2 seconds. Like, it comes off the applicator really nice, and this is how it looks when it's freshly on. Okay, so it's only been about 15 to 20 seconds and it's already drying really nicely and it's turning to like a purple color. It's definitely going clear though, because towards the inner it's fully clear. And the band seems really nice and lightweight. I have another lip product from Wet n Wild that I'm really excited to try. They came out with so many new liquid lipsticks and I'm so excited for these. These are the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipsticks. And I picked up a bunch of shades from nudes, a pretty beautiful peach shade, some mauves, a deep color, and a beautiful red. But for today, I think I'm gonna use this nude shade. This is a really beautiful kind of gray-based nude. This is called Nude Patootie. It's such a cute name. And I'm so excited that a drugstore brand has come out with a shade like this because it's very rare to see a drugstore brand kind of stay in trend and come out with these shades. And I feel like this shade is super trendy. And then they also came out with this gorgeous peach, which I'm kind of tempted to use. This is in the shade Nudist Peach, which is such a cute name too. But this reminds me a lot of Kylie's Dirty Peach. Oh my god, like they came out with such nice shades. A lot of people are saying that they're really loving the formula of these, so I'm hoping that I love it too. Such a beautiful nude. Super lightweight. Not the most pigmented, but it's okay because you kind of just go in and you pick up a little bit more product. So it's looking definitely a little dead on me. I might have to mix it. I might have to mix it with the peach. If you're a lighter skin tone, this will look perfect, but because I have self-tan on right now, it's looking a little, you know, dead on me. So I'm definitely gonna mix in the peach. This is the shade Nudist Peach. So beautiful. But do you guys see what I mean? Like, they're not the most pigmented initially, but you just build it up because they're so lightweight that it's okay to build. And they don't dry too fast, which is nice because it allows you to mix. So this might seem weird, but I'm gonna mix in a bit of the contour shade. This is strange, I know, but I've never done that before, but. So out of all the products I tried today, I will say I'm the least impressed with these liquid lipsticks just because I feel like they're definitely workable and I like halfway like them. I'm not completely, like I don't completely hate them, but they're a little bit tough to work with. This shade in particular was a bit waxy, a bit patchy, not too pigmented. This shade was a lot easier to work with. I liked this shade not so much, but I love the color and I definitely think it's workable. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, not like the most impressed, but it's workable. And I think the color is beautiful. So that completes this video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching me test out a bunch of new products that are new at the drugstore. Like, thumbs up if you want me to keep doing these videos, and I definitely will. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will of course see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah.